So welcome to this third international summer school on the GISM of Galaxies. So the question is that, oops, let me check here. So why are we here? And we are here for scientific reason first, because we are convinced of the importance of the interstellar medium as an important field for astrophysics for many reasons, but among them for the fact that it's really a crucial ingredient to understand galaxy evolution, also for the whole process of star formation, and also because it's really crucial, I mean, it's where the growth of chemical complexity that would eventually lead to life happen. But for historical reasons, the ISM, like I mean, a few decades ago, was essentially considered to be the ISM of the Milky Way, because it was essentially for due to the angular resolution, of the observatories at the time. But so the ISM was only studied in the Milky Way, and even quite recently, and even now sometimes, it's often considered that extragalactic interstellar studies are somehow inferior to intragalactic ISM, so the Milky Way. And we want actually to go against that and to really present the interstellar medium as really a unified field where you can study, the region of the galaxy or distant galaxies with different purpose, but as really a unified field of study. Because the Milky Way is very interesting, but it's a biased point of view because it's a very particular system. It's a bit similar to the fact that when you look at the sun, you don't have the high diversity that you have in stars that are beyond the solar system. And so there are many open questions, but the different lectures that you will have and some of the hands-on sessions that you will do will try in some way to tackle some of these open questions. So how do we apply the knowledge of the galactic ISM to other galaxies? So this conundrum I was talking to you about. Also, what is the particularity of the ISM of the Milky Way? And are there any concepts to bridge the gap in angular resolution? Because that's still an issue between studies of the Milky Way and studies of external galaxies up to the very early universe. So in terms of training, so we are here because you are mainly, I mean, most of you are young astronomers, and we want to train the next generation in our field. So the goal is really to help you acquire really a holistic knowledge of the ISM. So even if you are specializing in simulations or observations, to have really a broad view of the field, to understand also the elementary physical processes, and to know what are the questions. Also to acquire some technical skills, because we have this year put a lot of emphasis in the way we have designed the program on data analysis method. It's about 1/3 of the lectures, and each of these lectures will have a dedicated hands-on application. And there is also a more social objective. It's to do basically some networking, so really to create relations, to help you know each other, because there are some chances that some of you will still work in this field, I mean, for a large part of your career. And also, I mean, potential job perspective. Myself, I'm hiring a few postdocs that were former participants of this school. And do not forget to have fun. So, I mean, there are some outside activities. We have a break in the evening, so you can really go around. We have a free weekend. And also have fun here too. I mean, during the lectures and the hands-on, that's important. So, historically, so the first summer school that we organized was organized in 2021. And as you probably remember, that was not a great time to travel and put people in a room. So we had to organize it virtually. And so we organized something that was free of registration fees, that was open for everyone. So we had like 500 participants. So you see each pixel in M51 is one of the participants. Then 2 years later, we organized a school in presence here. And now, 2 years later, we are here today. So, the school in 2023 focused on really on the nearby universe, while the one now focuses essentially on the data analysis method. So about the audience, so about you, so you come a bit from all over the place. You see, so we don't have a lot of people from South America. We have a participant from Mexico, but really North America, Europe, Africa, Asia. We don't have anyone from Australia this year. I mean, except for Annie maybe, but I mean, you've been living in France. And we never managed to get anyone from Antarctica, so that's... So in terms of your academic level, most of you are PhD students, with a few master students and 1 postdoc and 1 staff researcher. In terms of scientific interest, so that's interesting. So I don't know if it's because we put an emphasis on data analysis method, but you see, most of you are interested in data analysis and observations, followed by, star formation, molecular gas. And a few people are interested about more, I would say, theoretical aspects, about MHD, things like that. Interesting. So what's also interesting to see evolve over the year is this diagram here. You see now Python is rolling. It was not, the proportion was not as ridiculous the previous times. So now in terms of logistics, so the organizing committee, so you can see on our badge, we have a red flag. So if you have questions, you can always ask us. So there is myself. So there is Annie Hughes here. Yes, hello. Eva here. Jérôme, who is at the table here. Then Antoine, who is here. And Patrice, I saw him, oh, he's over there. Yeah. So those are the members of the organizing committee that are present now. There is also Francesco Belfiore, who couldn't come, and Chiaki Kobayashi, so she's the one on the left here. And she's going to come the second week. You will be able to see her. I stole the joke from her. I mean, that's the way she presents herself. So. So in terms of sponsors, so we managed to get quite some money to be able to lower the registration fee and also to support a few of you. So the sponsor that we get, different type of support, but essentially from my laboratory and my department. Then from 2 programs in France that are programs to support different research projects. So PCMI is for the physics and chemistry of the interstellar medium, and this ATCG for cosmology and galaxy. So you see, we are among the 2 variations. So there is also the French Society of Astronomy and Astrophysics, which is the French equivalent of the WAS, that gave us some money, and a big chunk also went from DIO ISM, which is a research project by Jérôme here about the ISM. So those are the sponsors. So in terms of the school program, so you have seen the program online. You know, it's like a chessboard program where we alternate lectures and hands-on sessions. What to say about it? So there are, as you probably have seen on the program, there are really 2 types of hands-on sessions. So there are the regular hands-on that you are all divided into groups and work on a project for the whole duration of the school. And there are the hands-on applications, which are these 4 slots that you see here, that are really tutorials that you are all going to work on, and that are the application of the first 4 lectures that are dedicated to data science. We also are going to have 2 roundtables. We are working on the topic of those roundtables right now. And otherwise, the schedule is quite regular. So we have 30 minutes coffee break all the time, and we're 1 hour and 30 minutes to have lunch. And we have a break in the evening between 6 and 7:30. Except tonight where we have the cocktail, so everyone is welcome, starting at 7. So what I was telling you about the hands-on sessions, so the objective of those sessions, so first the hands-on applications. So the goal is really to put in practice the first 4 lectures, because sometimes this topic can appear a bit abstract. So it's good to have really some hands-on practice to make sure you understand them. So the audience, everyone will do the 4 hands-on, so you won't miss anything. And the schedule and the rooms are on the hands-on tab of the website, so I will show you it to you later. And for the hands-on project, so the goal is really to teach you to really work on a given project for several days, so really get some skills, and also to create links between students and advisor and so on. So we have 10 projects with 4 to 6 participants per project. You have seen the list. So the people who are going to teach those hands-on are either invited speakers, people in the organizing committees, or even a few participants who are going to help us. And the schedule and the room are also put on the website. So here we are in this building B here. See, actually, this window, it's this window here. And across the street, there's another building. That's where there are going to be 3 breakout rooms. So for the hands-on, there will be the amphitheater, the room that is just over there. I mean, you access from there, and 3 rooms in this building. And I think that's it. So I just want to show you the schedule. So you see, that's the website. So that's the tab hands-on. And you see that you have, for the hands-on application, the 4 lectures. So the room they will happen in. You have eventually some material too, some notes, some Python scripts, and the different groups that are just been done by alphabetical order. So it's quite simple. People, I mean, invited speakers and organizers are also welcome to join if it's not mandatory, but you have a group assigned. For the participants, it is mandatory. So for, I mean, just find your group and you see the planning for those hands-on application, the different session, and we just cycle during the 4. So that's quite simple. And then for the hands-on project, same, you have the project, the name, and the room. So that's what I wanted to tell you. Badge that is in my pocket, but that's important to access the other building. So it should be a magnetic card. It's inside my badge, but some of you will have just the magnetic card. And we will all go, the first hands-on session is at 2 p.m., so we'll all go together so you don't get lost. And there are some GISM signs on the door. Okay, so that's what I wanted to say. Are there any questions about those practical aspects, logistics? Okay, so I guess now we can go to the lightning session.